And these are breaking updates coming in from the top court where the Sabarimala issue hearing is underway. The Supreme Court has questioned Devaswam board about how barring the women's entry into the temple was linked to any religious belief. The Supreme Court further said that it appears against constitutional morality as it suppresses fundamental rights of women. And I quote here, women are incapable of excluding themselves from worldly affairs while worshipping the deity, raises a question upon the constitutionality of such a practice. Meenakshi Bhanja joining us on the phone line. Meenakshi, once again we are seeing the Supreme Court giving us an insight into what the bench is thinking, yet again stating that barring the entry of women into the temple is against constitutional morality.
Well, absolutely, Urvashi. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who is appearing and arguing for Devaswam board, is finding it exceedingly difficult to really satisfy the bench's queries. The Supreme Court wants to be convinced or satisfied on two counts. One of which is how this ban of entry of women to Sabarimala is something which comes within the purview of an essential religious practice that the Devaswam board is not effectively able to answer. And the second important concern of the Supreme Court, like you correctly referred to, is the fact that why is the presumption made that women would not be able to comply with the strict austere lifestyle or practice ahead of taking the pilgrimage as men do for 41 days. So these are the two things which the temple board is finding it exceedingly difficult to explain, justify and satisfy the Supreme Court on. And on the other hand, we have heard some very distinct observations coming in from Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice Rohinton Nariman, and also the Honorable Chief Justice of India, all of whom want to be satisfied only on one count as to how this austere practice that has to be undertaken ahead of the visit to Sabarimala is something which only men can undertake and not the women. And secondly, the bench feels that this is against constitutional morality. It is against constitutional ethos because this is against the fundamental rights of women. These have been the favorable observations that have come from the Supreme Court bench, once again indicating as to how the Supreme Court really does not find this practice within the purview or the protection granted under Article 25-26, which is of a freedom to practice inherently something which is your religion. Does it even fall within the purview of an essential religious practice? On that, the Devaswam board is not able to convince the apex court.
All right, and we'll keep getting updates from you as the hearing is underway. Those are important updates coming in on the hearing. Meenakshi, thanks for joining in.